愛してるより愛してることを伝える言葉がないのはきっと
Lucy, you look wonderful. Only 500 more layers of clothes and you'll be nice and warm. And don't you want to be nice and warm? What? That's not working for you. Well, it's not working for me either, wearing 300 layers. Good morning, Malteri here, along with our fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy, and I would never dress you like that unless we're outdoors and it's freezing, right, Miss Lucy? Yeah, she's still wearing her pajamas and had a great time at the dog park with Scooby-Doo. How do you like the framing? I figured you'd rather see a palm tree than Malteri. All right, first of all, don't send me hate mail about Bob. I love Bob. We all know I love Bob. I'm just chiding, basically. But what he did this morning was he put out a great video with lots of tips on how to keep you warm. And, you know, we're going to go over every one of them. But here's my thing. I don't want to keep me warm. Well, yes, I do. That's why those tips are great. But what I want to do is, you know, we live in the desert. And when the sun goes down at night, it's not like being in a city where you have all that cement and everything that holds the heat in. No, the temperature drops and it goes way, way down. You know, and my regular viewers know that when I wake up in the morning, I can be scraping ice off the front of my window, but the inside of my van is toasty warm, and I do it without propane or any candles or anything. And I will put a link in the description below. I just did the video 2 weeks ago. Hold on, let me see if I can find the title. And here we go. I did a video titled Insulate Your Vehicle, Stay Warm, No Build, I Promise, all right? And that's true. And Bob, you're probably not watching me, but if someone gives you a tip, I will be at the RTR in the WRTR. And if you want to interview me and go over the van on how I stay really nice and comfortable back in the van, I will be glad to do a video for everyone, even though I did a video, you know, I'm shitty at doing videos. Now, why is it, you know, okay, yep, I can wear gloves in the back, right? But it's cold at 5 o'clock at night. And, you know, I mean, it starts dipping down. You know, you'll get to 60, 50, 40, 35. And, you know, when I'm in the back from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night, I mean, you know, sure, if you cover yourself up with a blanket and everything and put the hot water bottle at your feet and everything, you're going to stay warm. But if I'm covered up with a blanket and I'm wearing my gloves, someone asked me, yes, I'll show you the jewelry. I sit in the back all day and make jewelry. These are earrings, and I actually made the round part too. So that's my little boho earrings, and I was having fun with hematite. You know, this is fine dexterity work, and this is new for me. I did some wire wrapping, and I have a little thing hanging from it. So how can I do all this? And what if I want to paint or journal or anything? I don't want to be covered from head to toe. I just want to be warm, right? And you all know my videos are sort of janky. I do have a traumatic brain injury, and I wrote down a lot of things as I was watching Bob's video. Like I said, there's nothing wrong, but let's just go over one thing. Let's say I have an electric blanket, and electric blankets will suck up heat, it'll suck up electricity. Well, I have 2 batteries in the bank, 2 500-watt batteries. One's energy, one's goal zero. Okay, sure. And I'm not saying, you know, over one night it'll drain a battery, but like last week, I didn't drive my van around. Well, one battery, I have to drive it around to charge, and one is off the solar. Most people living in a car only have 100-watt solar on their roof. Well, I need both batteries. There could be 3 days worth of cloud, so I don't want to chew up my electricity by plugging in a little electric blanket, even though they're really nice. All right. Also, wait a minute. Also, to differentiate, Bob is talking about keeping your body warm. I have my bed chamber in back that I keep warm, and how I do it is, you know, I have everything up on bungee cords, and part of it is I have old blankets and everything that I hang up, and by keeping my little bed chamber, my little 6-foot back there, insulated between me and Miss Lucy's body heat, it stays 60 degrees. Now, sometimes I do use candles, but it's not to keep me warm. It is, you know, for journaling and everything. It's for atmosphere. I don't like having open flame. It's always a fire hazard, but I'll give you a cheap tip. I got like this beautiful big crackle candle, at a thrift shop for $1. And you can go get candles two, three for $1 at a thrift stop. You know, yeah, some of them are burnt a little bit. Wash it off with some soap and water. They're good enough. Or go to Dollar Tree. You know, but my thing is like my van that's fully insulated. You'll have to watch the video to get what I mean. You know, just lighting a candle for 10 minutes, it's a sweat lodge back there. So we don't do it. And also, you know, depending on the temperature, you know, I have little rice runners that go along the door. If it's only 50 degrees at night, I won't put up all the blankets and everything. So, you know, it really depends on my temperature. And I do really good in this van. It can be 85 degrees outside. We can be in the van. Or it can be 30 degrees, 25 degrees, and we're warm in this van. So, like I said, watch that video. And, you know, just, like I said, it's a couple of blankets, corrugated plastic that you can get at Home Depot. And I'll talk about the floor real quick. Lee told me a couple of years ago, basically what she does is she just throws down some carpets on the floor. And I watched a video about corrugated plastic, and one day I was bound and determined I was not going to freeze my butt off in the van anymore. And I went over to Home Depot and picked up a big thing of corrugated plastic. And I knew sunset was in 30 minutes. Well, I cut that sucker so fast, you know, cut it out in the shape of my van, you know, and I used a box knife and a ruler. And then I threw rubberized blankets on top, cheap carpeting on top. And like I said, I stay really warm even though my bed's on the floor. All right, hold on. Now, yes, I know this video is a little janky, but I wanted to make it clear the difference is, yes, you can keep your body warm or your van warm, and we love Bob. And like I said, Bob, you want to do an interview and I will show you how I put up everything? I'm sure you can do a much better video than I can ever. So the gauntlet has been thrown down, Bob. You are challenged to do a video on how I keep myself warm so I can go in the back and do my arts and crafts even though it's 30 or 40 degrees outside. And Bob, I do want to thank you for all the help you've given me in the past. Right, Miss Lucy? Yes. All right. Goodbye from Ma Terry and Miss Lucy, and I hope to see you down the road in Quartzsite. Keep them warm as you can. Bye from Ma Terry.
愛してることを